Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Happy Monday. Yes, the start of the week. Sorry, I was traveling, betting on horses, taking animals. All right. But shout out to Lexington, Kentucky. Great city, town to be in. A lot of love there, a lot of positive
Do they
energy.
deserve a basketball team? Do they deserve an NBA team?
No. But you know what? The UK games go up, so they don't need a sports team. Honestly, the city wouldn't be big enough for a major team. But I did figure out though over this weekend that Kentucky, especially Lexington, Pittsburgh Steelers town. Wouldn't have guessed that. Thought they were going to go with the Bengals. Shoot, hey, thought they would have went with the Rams or even the Bears. But no, the Pittsburgh Steelers are like the number one team in Lexington, Kentucky. That and everybody UK. That's everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, enough about me and my weekend, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. We apologize for being late. I had to watch Fastlane because I need to give y'all something to talk about along with my comrade here. So let's talk about wrestling like nobody else in the world. What up, Keith? Let's get into the first Black Champ podcast, and I am the pig. Cam from the point.
And I am JR Bang. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all of that. FBC Pod.
Yeah.
And like we said, man, we gotta go ahead and switch it up for y'all a little bit because traveling and a lot of stuff that was going on.
Sure.
And plus we had to get our fast lane out the way, but we're gonna spend this time, you know what I'm saying, talking about Fastlane. Very decent pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Surprised that at one of the matches. But let's go ahead and get started, man. First, before we even go there, Jade Cargill made her appearance, her first
Yeah.
appearance on WWE TV as Jade Cargill.
Yeah. Super shocked by that, won't lie. But at the same time, I think it's a very smart move. I think it's one of those rarities where I think they just felt like, you know what, hey, this brand is already worth something and we can make it bigger. And I wouldn't be surprised, Bank, if um, Jade signed one of those Rocky Maivia deals. Because, you know, The Rock, like, even though we're probably going to talk about somebody that moved over that I didn't think would happen, there's a few men and women within the WWE, like, just legacy that they'll never show up anywhere else. I got Shawn Michaels and The Rock on that list. Like, without a question, like, those two, it's like, nah, no matter what happens, it's WWE or die. Once they got there, obviously, Shawn had a career for about a decade before he actually got his real run into the WWF at the time. But, and I don't think that's a bad thing for her. But I'm interested to see what happens because, I mean, hey, you know, it could be an AJ Styles thing. But AJ was AJ before he even got there. So,
Yeah.
interesting, to say the least.
Well, I tell you this, she showed up looking nice to the motherfucker. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
God damn.
No way that she just showed up at damn, what city was they in? What city was they in again?
I forget. Oh, Indianapolis. Your
Yeah.
turn. Your turn.
No way she showed up to Indianapolis dressed like that. Like, not with that weather. Not with that weather like that. Shout out to Indianapolis too, man. How can I forget about y'all, man? Love to Indianapolis.
Yeah,
One of the favorite cities I've ever lived in. But no way Jay Cargill just showed up like that from the garage. Yo, y'all wilding. I get it.
Oh yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
She definitely just showed like she didn't fly in looking like that. But I'm glad that
Right.
she showed up on WWE TV looking like that. And speaking of things we thought we would never see, we're gonna talk about Edge a little bit later. Edge or Adam Copeland.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland. We're gonna talk about Adam Copeland, and something funny that my man A Plus said. But let's start with the first match of the night.
Yeah.
WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship match. The New Day, the Judgment Day versus Cody and Jay Uso.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes and 50 Uso are the new undisputed tag team champs, which kind of lead to something you've been saying. How do we get Cody Rhodes on SmackDown? Well,
now he's one half of the SmackDown champions, tag team champions, and he's with 50 Uso, which Roman Reigns will have a problem with. Ta-da!
So, where are we? Are we going somewhere for Survivor Series? I know. Triple H has said that we wouldn't get like Hell in the Cells and War Games. It's not going to be stuck to any pay-per-view. These matches are matches to end feuds, so they can happen at any time.
Yeah.
But are we leading towards another War Games, or are we leading to something else?
I think we're leading to something else, but at the same time, I want to wait until after I see SmackDown the next 2 weeks. I want to see the season premiere this Friday, and I want to see the week after that. Because right now, to me, I think more than ever, your fatal four-way or a different tag match with just the bloodline is still going to happen. Because Jimmy, I believe Roman Reigns, and this is kind of my guarantee, but not really. I believe that Roman Reigns is going to put Solo on Jimmy. And that's going to be the feud for October into like the middle of November. And so for Cody and Jay to be a part of it, either they got to have a change of heart or Jay got to try to save Jimmy. And I don't see any of that happening right now for it to make sense. So I got to go with something else right now.
Yeah, I don't think a War Games is going to take place. But I don't know what's going to take place. At the very least, I can see a Jimmy and Solo versus Cody and 50 Uso. But then I'm thinking like, LA Knight and John Cena just won, and we'll get to that finish, and still you got the the Judgment Day, excuse me. So then I'm thinking like, it's a fatal four-way possibly for the tag team championships. And then I'm thinking like, so what's Roman gonna do? Does he? And it's funny I'm saying this, but does he wrestle a returning AJ Styles, who's now mad at the Bloodline because they whooped his ass and put him out the match? Do you go and put LA Knight versus Roman Reigns, which I advised on the last podcast not to do? I'm not sure, but I know one thing, and I'm mad that you missed it. The scrum.
Okay.
The scrum afterwards. My nigga, when I say they was drunk, them niggas was slapped, my G.
Straight up.
Them niggas was slapped, fam. That nigga Jay was just like, yeet. I'm sitting there kicking it with Cody Rhodes, yeet.
Also, so they kick it in real life.
Oh, fam, I was like, yeah, they had too much tequila on Cody's bus and was like, yo, we got to do a scrum. Yo, drink some water. Like they were like me when you and Roger used to go to the strip club and I had my Best Buy uniform in the trunk. I walked in drunk. Oh shit, I got to talk during this meeting. Yeet. Yeah, they was slapped. They looked like they had way too much fun. And I mean Cody too, because Cody ass was like, yup, we had too many libations.
It's like crowd
And
is here about to blow.
it was, hey, them boys, that was the most fun I saw in the scrum in quite some time. Now, let's go to the Judgment Day. JD McDonough, who's like, I guess he's like, Judgment Day light or whatever. But he hits Damian Priest in the knee, and then Damian Priest get a crossroads on the desk, and then they jump on Balor. My question to you is, especially with Rhea Ripley really out here holding it down as the leader of the bloodline. The Judgment Day, but creating an alliance with the bloodline. Just a prediction, because Raw's about to come on in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Are we seeing the end of the Judgment Day as we know it?
Oh, for sure. That fix was in 3 weeks ago. Again, I don't know if y'all remember, but I want to say my either last July guarantee or one of my first 2 August guarantees is that Damian Priest is going to phase out or get phased out of the Judgment Day, but that's how he's going to win the title. Because no way the world champ is listening to anybody. Like, that ain't happening. Like, I saw the segment where, not tonight, you're not 100%, you're not healthy. He's like, look, I'm not leaving empty-handed. I'm doing this tonight. And I was like, oh, it's up, because it's a last man standing match. Perfect way for him to get the belt, even when he hurt. You ain't going to see too many more of those chances happening. I believe that Damian Priest is going to go rogue, cash in, and that's going to immediately be his end with the Judgment Day. But I've been holding that for a minute.
So I feel like, and maybe I might be thinking too much, I feel like Damian Priest is going to get swerved out of it. See, it's something about him getting that blue. It's something about him getting that blue case from JD McDonough that just don't feel right. It don't feel. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you think he got the real contract in the green one? And then Finn Balor gonna catch it in and win. No.
All I'm saying is this, and we're recording live. This is live, y'all.
Absolutely.
And I know y'all probably gonna have us on your laptop or your phone and Raw as it's going on.
And we appreciate
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Damian Priest get kicked out of Judgment Day today. And don't be surprised if he tries to cash in and he opens the briefcase and there's nothing in it. Because we're going to get to Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura in that brutal last man standing match.
Yeah, man.
But I just feels like that tonight there's going to be an attempt to cash in, and they're going to look at the case and they're going to be like, ain't nothing in it. And like, he's going to beat Seth Rollins.
Right.
He's going to pin Seth Rollins.
Right.
And there's going to be nothing in it. And they're going to be like, what the? And JD McDonough's going to give Finn Balor the green case. He going to hit his ass. He going to hit Damian Priest in the knee again. He's going to be out. Seth Rollins is going to get hit. And he's going to get pinned twice. And Finn Balor is going to become your new world champion. It just feels like that's some type of shit that's going to happen between tonight or next Friday. Next Monday. It just feels like it. It feels like Damian Priest is going to get finessed. And that's when we're going to get angry Damian Priest. Because he's going to be out for a little bit. Because his knee's going to be hurt. And quite honestly, it's probably time for Damian Priest to get a little bit of a break. To get the Judgment Day off of him. And then come back at, like, let's say the Royal Rumble. And start beating the shit out of all these niggas.
Yeah, he's had a great year. He's had a great year.
Had a great year. So it just feels like they're about to finesse my man Damian Priest. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's go with the next match: the Latino World Order versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, aka GD versus Latin Kings.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah, man.
the Latin Kings defeated the GDs. So for all of you Latin Kings that are in Latin areas in Chicago, shouts out to Pilsen, little village, Humboldt Park, that little break between Melrose Park and Maywood. Anytime y'all
Yeah.
see niggas and y'all be like UGD, UGD,
First
well,
half. What up?
y'all won this match. Y'all won. All right. With the help of Carlito, y'all won. So the Latin Kings defeated the GDs in the match. And it was fitting because of what Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits had. So my question outside of the piece of shit that really irritated the fuck out of me, the Pizza Hut ads that really irritated the hell out of me.
That was wild.
What are your are we going in the right direction with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley?
That's a great question.
Like, what are we doing here?
And you know what? I'm going to give this story the benefit of the doubt and say, yes, we're going in the right direction. Because this is what I believe the storyline is. In the 80s and 90s, and even the early 2000s to a degree, there was always that black storyline about the shucking and jiving. It was always that storyline about, like, man, you could be great if you just focus. But we never had it come from the two-time WWE champ perspective that is super over whether face or heel, proven success. He's had the Brock Lesnar matches. We want the Roman Reigns match. We want all those things. The twist on this is that the Street Profits currently constructed are obviously distracted. Like, Montez Ford is wrestling like he only know how to use the taunt buttons on 2K. Like, that's the only thing that he know how to do. If one thing he gonna do, you gonna get a taunt. All 4 taunts everywhere. And although they look to be in the best shape of their respective lives, Angelo and Montez, and you can't deny that the talent is there. Look, they're one of the few tag teams in this era that have legitimately won tag team titles in every WWE byproduct or a show. But we still haven't got that Montez Ford solo push. And I think this is the storyline that really gets us there. I think that this Bobby Lashley Street Profits thing will be short-lived, but I do think at the same time that it's supposed to set up specifically Montez Ford to get ready for the solo run. I think this is all leading to Montez Ford's first real feud with Bobby Lashley. That's what I think this is leading to. Because in hindsight, with everything that Michael Cole said about Montez for the last 2 years, and with everything he started to say about Angelo Dawkins in the last year, and with now Cody and Jay holding the Undisputed Tag Team titles, I don't see where they fit into the tag team picture anymore. I wasn't expecting the titles to change hands like they did at Fastlane. I don't think that was my prediction. I just don't think it was. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, so what are we doing? Because I don't think this Lashley Profits versus LWO thing should be a thing either. So it can only be one thing left. Somebody has to emerge as the star to go solo. but you got to get through the first black champ. Shout out to Kofi, but the first black champ, because he's from Colorado, he's American. He ain't African born. He Colorado born. Black champ in Montez Ford and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, and I'm same direction but different players. It feels like that somebody's getting kicked out. Somebody's gonna be made an example, and it do feel like it is the man who actually needed the suits in the first place. And, hey man, Angelo Dawkins need the one that needs the suits in real life. You know, when you think of it, he motherfucker came in with the Nike tracksuit.
Yeah, white socks. Wow.
Yeah, so I feel like we're going to get the this person is holding you down. And it feels like to me that person that's going to be getting that is going to be Angelo Dawkins. But it remains to be seen. Yeah. But I do feel like also that my man Santos Escobar was looking at Ray like, yo, this motherfucker better show up or I'm beating your ass.
Right.
And we all knew it was going to be Carlito, but it just felt like if Carlito didn't show up, we was about to get a heel turn. And it felt like we was going to get that.
Yeah, they keep prolonging it, and I don't know why.
And let's be real, fam. There are wrestlers who should never be face, ever. A part of that list is Carlito, fam. Carlito should never, ever, ever be a good guy. Carlito is the worst good guy ever. He's the worst face. And that whole era with him and when he was starting to do his when they made him a face and had that Ric Flair talking shit, it is bullshit. He does not need spit this apple in a nigga's face, B.
Yeah.
Pause. But spit that shit in that nigga face, man. I spit in the face. First, when they changed his music, I was pissed. Yeah. Because I was like, yo, where's the puh? I spit in the face for people who don't want to be cool. I was like, oh, they changed this shit to this shit right here. Fuck is they doing? I was upset. You don't change that nigga music to that shit. No, because when that nigga turn heel, I don't want to hear this damn doom doom doom. Dude, I don't want to hear this little salsa shit, nigga. I want to hear puh. I spit in the face of people who want to be cool. Carlito. No, I need that shit. But Carlito should never be a face. He should always be a heel. He should get on niggas' nerves. He should spit apples in people's faces. He should muff faces. He should have looked at Rey Mysterio Jr. in the face and just kicked his ass. Like, wow. And then looked at Santos Escobar and them and was like, so what we doing? We selling this cocaine or nah? Carlito.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to got some meat cause.
Yeah. Like, nah, I need that nigga on the beach. Like, yeah, this is paradise. Someplace that Rey Mysterio don't need to be.
Yo. You know what I'm saying?
I need some shit like that. Let's go to this women's championship match, the 3-way. Io Sky versus Asuka and Charlotte Flair. Io Sky told Bayley, Io Sky told Bayley, hey man, stay your ass in the back.
Yeah.
But she must have told her that shit in Japanese because Bayley didn't listen. And because Bayley didn't listen, Io Sky is still the women's champion. I ain't gonna front, man. I expected this match to be way better than what it was. Way better than what it was. So it kind of disappointed because of the high hopes that I had on this match. Good match, nonetheless, but it was still, I was expecting more with the people that are in this match. Yeah. But Io Sky wins. What are your thoughts on this match? And did the right person win? And
man.
Oh, we got it. Now we go. We might got a new challenger. Hold on. Seth Rollins got to talking and shit, and Drew McIntyre then popped out.
Okay. It was only a matter of time before we saw that, though, right? I think
scary hours.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well,
But before you do
uh-huh.
that, let me just say this. I like my Drew McIntyre angry heel. I don't
For
like
sure.
smart aleck Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I need my Drew McIntyre heel like he was when he was going up against Roman Reigns. I need this nigga to be a little bit scary because he big as shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So
For sure. He's definitely at his apex when he's like uh fear ridden, anger driven heel. I like it. On the triple threat match, I picked Charlotte, so I was super shocked. um, great win for Io. Definitely something that she needed for this title run, but I am uh, I am not sure exactly how long they can keep that title on her, and they're taking this angle. I'm just not sure. Um, it is it's something to be said about champions that can talk, and I think that we're witnessing that now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think as a talent anybody discredits or disregards Io Sky, but man, we do need a woman that can sell that belt. We do. So I'm not sure how long this experiment is going to last, but I don't see three more title opportunities with anybody, and Io coming out on top. Sorry.
yeah, I think I picked Charlotte Flair for this match. Not surprised that EO won. Um, but it's interesting to see what happens going forward.
Yeah.
Because I really feel like the Bailey cross is going to be happening soon.
Oh, for sure.
And that's what I'm getting at. All right, man, let's go to Cena versus Lawrence Alexander Knight versus. Can't just go
Lawrence Alexander Knight.
Nigga, Lawrence
Yeah.
Alexander Knight versus the mini bloodline, Jimmy Soundclick, Jimmy Roma, Jimmy Uso, and Solo. And LA Knight got the pin.
Yeah.
Like
Hey.
that.
I want to say I called that. I want to say I called that.
Yeah.
And man, how attitude era of them. Hey, look, y'all. Hey, look. Check this out. Whatever Kevin Nash say, oh well. Whatever Booker T gotta say, okay. Because here's the deal. Indianapolis was waiting for one moment the entire night. The entire night. And it was the hot tag to LA Knight. And once he got it, night over. It's like, what did he get? Like 5 minutes of actual ring time?
Man.
Like,
that
hey,
nigga was the hot tag.
yeah, that's incredible. We in the world today, present day, 2023, internet, dirt sheets, Dave Meltzer, all this information. We don't get too many superstars that people are genuinely excited to see do anything for more than 5 minutes. Like there's a very short list of those men and women that we are literally paying to see. Indianapolis proved that at Fastlane, surrounded by Paul Heyman, John Cena, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Soundclick, that LA Knight was the only thing that mattered in that entire segment.
Yeah.
Cena took the beating of his life in his like late 40s. Several tags, missed opportunities. Yeah.
Drew McIntyre, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Drew? Damian Priest just whooped the shit. He just whooped the shit out of Seth. So let's see what's gonna happen. Before we do anything, Dominic Mysterio is there we go. So for those who might not be watching, Dominic Mysterio was on his way to give Damian Priest the Money in the Bank after he just blasted Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Um, so Seth Rollins got the choke slam and everything, but Drew McIntyre blocked Dominic Mysterio from cashing in, giving him the briefcase to cash in, and now Seth Rollins got the jump on him.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
it feels like we're about to get Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre versus Judgment Day
For sure.
tonight.
For
So
sure.
that they should have just went with my plan though. Fuck this shit. Because Drew
Right.
Mac, because Damian Priest is now sitting there like 4 weeks in a row. Like, man, all y'all niggas fucking up around me, fam.
Hey,
Um,
hey, tell you.
but I do got a question. I do got a question about this
Uh-huh.
because it was a foregone conclusion that this was gonna be the match, right? My, I don't know if it's an issue, but my thought around this is LA Knight don't need John Cena. Am I wrong?
You're not.
Did he need this
He needs the moment.
in this way?
Yes.
Okay.
No, he did. He did. That was a heat check. That was a heat check.
Okay.
And because it's easy to say you have the pop of the night when you're in the match that's the mid card or the beginning of the show, and you're not around other true main eventers like consistently.
Okay.
And that's no like disrespect to like the Miz and I forgot who else he wrestled but lost. But it's no slight to any of those guys. But when's the last time that they've main evented a Raw, SmackDown, premium live event of any tier? Just flat out. So now when you put him next to John Cena, who is instant pop, instant 100 shirts sold a night just by them being available in just the kid sizes. And then you set him across from what's supposed to be the hottest faction in WWE, because and in wrestling, they're supposed to be, even though they're floundering right now without the leader being Roman Reigns. You now have the ultimate heat check, because here's the deal. The bloodline and everything about it has fallen off since Jay and Roman have not been on SmackDown. Like, all things considered, that shit don't matter anymore. It's almost like DOA. It's almost like Deuce and Domino at this point. It's
Right.
almost like Kendrick and London. Like that's what is teetering down to. So LA Knight, all things considered, at least got the bloodline in a pop of the night moment again, because they weren't getting that on their own. So, and also to get the pin over Jimmy, I think that was big. He's got to get the credible wins. Like, his win-loss record for 2023 is terrible. Like, it's terrible. And the matches that he has won, like, he didn't even win qualifying matches this summer. So every victory helps. Every time he's next to a legend or somebody that's supposed to be hotter than him, it helps, because that lets you know that it's real. So this is the point, Bang, where I think you brought it up last week. Do you even put him in the mix of that U.S. title, or do you usher him right to the undisputed title? And you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what this was really all about. Even though I still do feel that as the U.S. champ, he should get it. He should get a couple more credible matches, and then we talk Roman Reigns. But sometimes you just got 7 spades in your hand with 2 hearts and 2 diamonds and the ace of clubs. What are you gonna do? What can you do?
Yeah, what do you do? All right, man, let's go ahead and get into the main event of the night. And we kind of just talked about it because of what just happened on a Raw. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Championship. Main eventing yet again But man, that match right there,
Great.
one of the better, one of the better last man standing matches that I've seen in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the wrong person won. I,
Man,
I
hey,
think the wrong. Hey man, I think the wrong person won. There's not going to be anybody that's going to be able to tell me differently in this case. I think that Shinsuke Nakamura should have won this match. He did not. I'm not mad at it. Let me just
yeah,
first say, I'm not mad at Shinsuke Nakamura not winning.
right.
I just felt like he should have won this match. But the match was amazing. It was definitely a WWE match of the year candidate.
Yeah,
And man, hey, kudos to Shinsuke.
yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, I didn't pick. I went against Seth Rollins for one of the very few times that I do that on this show. And the way that match was looking, a couple of those finishes, I was like, yo, that's a dope way to win a last man standing match. But then
The
Seth
ladder
Rollins brought
joint,
up.
the ladder joint, I was like, oh, that's the perfect way.
Yeah. The ladder joint, the Kinshasa, they like kicked him like to the table or whatever, like kicked his head
Yeah.
to the table. Like that was hard. I was like, yo, these are dope finishes. I kind of want the match to be over because this is the first last man standing match that we saw in a while without somebody being buried under equipment and debris or handcuffed somewhere to get the dub. So, which the finish was the finish, and I liked the finish. It was dope, but I mean, hey, shoot, I guess I was wrong. I mean, I took all of Seth Rollins' segments as, yo, I am a little banged up. No, this is real life, and I'm a dad, so let me chill for a minute. But no, he wins the match. I'm not the biggest Shinsuke Nakamura fan, but would have been completely satisfied with him winning that match and winning the belt and it being what it is. But again, also, if y'all remember I said this was contingent on not too many Asians having world titles. So I picked Charlotte and then I picked Shinsuke. I just want to throw it out there that's what I did. And they still kept an Asian and an American, and it's just in reverse. So
They did. All right, man. So that's really it for Fastlane.
yeah,
The Survivor Series is up next. Matter of fact, that week in Chicago will be the epicenter of wrestling, because AEW is going to be back once again.
hey,
These motherfuckers spend more time in Chicago than shit.
I want to see them ticket sales though.
Yeah,
Now
I do too.
I want to see them now.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna be in Chicago on the 22nd, which means that if they're gonna be there, they're gonna be there all week long. So you're gonna have AEW and the WWE all in Chicago because, of course, on November 25, it is Survivor Series that's going on. So here's one rumor, Camp,
Okay.
one electric rumor that has been going on since the other day. The rumor and innuendo, as my man Conrad would say,
Yeah.
is that the WWE or TKO Group Holdings, however you want to do it,
Yeah.
because that's key here, is currently negotiating with CM Punk. And CM Punk, if he makes him, if he works with and makes amends with, Paul and Roman, Seth, some of the people he's going to work with, there's a possibility that CM Punk will re-debut in the WWE in Chicago Friday night, Thanksgiving weekend, or day Black Friday, at Survivor Series. So your thoughts on CM Punk possibly returning to the WWE?
So my very first thought is I'll believe it when I see it because I don't think it's going to be in the capacity that people expect. My second thought, which was my original first thought, in the Legends trade, AEW finally has a legitimate victory over the WWE. Because if they getting Phil Brooks and we get Adam Copeland, yeah, I won. I won 2023. I lost Jade, yeah, but I kept MJF. I got Ricky Starks, and I'm getting Adam Copeland.
At least for right now, you got them.
That's true.
And shouts out to Ricky Starks for being the new AEW Tag Team Champion with Big Bill.
Yeah, right. So big
and a squash, because they beat FTR's ass.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of disagree with you.
Okay.
And it's not because of the people. It's not because of the players. It's the organization. See, I can't wait to see CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. I don't give a fuck about Edge versus Luchasaurus. That's true. Or Adam Copeland versus Luchasaurus. Like me and A Plus was laughing our ass off when we was like, oh, so this is Edge's first match. Luchasaurus, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, the nigga that think he a dinosaur? Oh.
Yeah, you grown man.
Like, okay. Crazy. Now, see, and that's where AEW be killing me sometimes. Adam Copeland his first match should not be with Luchasaurus, man.
No.
His first match should be with somebody. His first match should be with Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, I was going to say Sammy or Darby would have been my picks.
And because Darby got his ass kicked and Edge had to save the day, or Adam Copeland had to save the day, it ain't going to be Darby.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe it's Sammy Guevara. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Adam Copeland joins like Kenny and Kota Ibushi, and you know they trying to beat up Don Callis because Don Callis did once manage Edge, but you put him against Luchasaurus, and you automatically involve him in something with his homie, like right off the bat. Like I think you lead up to some Edge, Christian, Adam, J type shit. Now I do like the hug and him saying "fuck off." That was right. I was laughing my ass off, but I don't put them two together so early.
Yeah,
and that's what made me a bit disappointed. With that being said, we're probably gonna get CM Punk versus somebody that matters, and we're gonna get Edge versus somebody that does not matter.
I got you.
And that's what I don't like about this. Because I don't think we're going to get CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns going to be like, look, hey, man, you cool, man. The business is business. All that shit is wrestling shit. And I know you was doing. But I'm not wrestling you for no title. You go over there with Seth. You and Seth will have a great match with each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to happen.
And it's totally not out the cards because Seth Rollins, what I love about Seth Rollins, the person, right, is the fact that he'll be like, no, yeah, fuck all these punks. I don't like none of them. Like, all of you suck. You're cancer to locker rooms, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but now let me show you that I'm better than you. Also, like, not only do you suck as a person, I want to prove that I'm a better wrestler than you also. So I do agree with that. However, here's my thing. And maybe I just wasn't impressed to a different level. Does CM Punk's work get better just because he's back in the WWE?
Yes. Okay. And here's why.
Okay.
I think there's some people that I believe that are WWE wrestlers at the end of the day. And there's some people that I think that are AEW wrestlers. I don't think Adam Copeland is an AEW wrestler.
At all.
I think he's a sports entertainer. I think he's that. And I think the crowd is going to be geeked because it's Adam Copeland. But I don't think we're going to get great matches versus Adam Copeland and insert wrestler here. I
Right.
think he wants to wrestle those people, and I don't mind that at all. Get your joints off.
Yeah.
But AEW is just a different beast when it comes to what they look like their fans look for in quality wrestling. And it's
Okay.
actually going to get to a point where we're going to start seeing all of these sports entertainers and the fans are going to be turned off because they're like, oh, we wanted our indie spiel and all that stuff shit. And funny story, it's funny that Adam Copeland is going to AEW after the shit that he said to Matt Hardy when Matt Hardy was at ROH.
Go back to the Indies, bitch.
Bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Boot.
I know Matt in the back, like, yeah, welcome to the Indies, bitch. Like, I
You know
would,
what I'm saying?
like, I would have said that, like, that would have been one of the first screen moments of Adam Copeland. Oh, hey, welcome to the Indies, bitch.
All right.
Like, it's fun. Like, it would be hilarious if Adam Copeland wrestles Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship
Yeah, that'd be funny.
years after he told Matt Hardy, "Welcome to go back to the Indies, bitch." I'm just saying.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, this Adam Copeland and AEW thing. I just don't know how I feel about it. Only because again, man, and I know I'm speaking from a place of never doing it, but I think there is such a thing as just ending on such a high note that you should just not do something at all or not do something like this. like and that's kind of how I feel. Now, granted, he didn't end at WrestleMania with the world title. I get it. But man, to end at the crib, wrestling the dude that helped you get back to where you needed to be to compete and to win, it's like, damn, dog, what else do you want? But it can't be wrestling Luchasaurus. Like, that really can't be it.
It can't be it, man. Now, he did say he wanted to wrestle a number of wrestlers. A lot of those wrestlers he probably wouldn't be able to wrestle in the WWE. And I ain't mad at that. Like, get those dream matches for you out the way.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that I don't feel like the presentation of Adam Copeland is what the AEW fans want. Because AEW fans, I'm gonna come here. AEW fans. Here's where you guys are hypocrites. I ain't talking to every AEW fan. You know which ones I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Here's why you guys are hypocrites. Because you guys professed how this was going to be the young upstart company with a lot of wrestlers who didn't get shots. And now they get a chance to be in the big time.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all keep bringing in these old marks and celebrating them, excited that they're there. You're not realizing that AEW is turning into WCW in 1995, Jack.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what AEW is. Edge is almost 50, fam.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I ain't ageism here
No.
because I love Edge. I love Adam Copeland. And I hope he does succeed in AEW. But what I'm saying is the AEW that y'all was professing ain't the AEW that's currently going on right now. You just dropped CM Punk. Y'all was excited as hell for Adam Copeland. And funny thing is my man A Plus sent us a meme that said that when he goes to the right side of the crowd, he ain't gonna see nobody. Because there don't be nobody. So it's like,
Oh, no.
you gonna have to, like, fuck. But what I'm saying is that the AEW that y'all was professing for ain't what's happening. And it's gonna get to a point where you're gonna see a lot of old niggas really out here getting their AEW on, and your that favorite person that you love, ain't gonna get no shot at no titles.
Yeah.
Cause it's gonna be old niggas that's got them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all.
hey, Today's mid Carters are mid Carters everywhere, people.
Yeah.
This ain't the 80s and 90s where, like, Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect, Jake Snake. Like, because they really were mid Carters. They just they just worked under Hulk Hogan. That's
Right.
the only
As mid Carters. Right. Virgil was a mid Carter, nigga.
Yes.
Jake the Snake, $1 Million Man, they were not. All right?
No, they were not mid Carter.
They were just Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. It's just
Rugged Ronnie Garvin, mid Carter. Greg Hammer Valentine, mid Carter.
Right.
Ravish Rick Rude, nah.
No. Because you got to think, hey, look, Hogan was so big, pause, that he got everybody else money. So that a lot of mid Carters wasn't getting that money. Like it was the other guys who would eventually be in main events with Hulk Hogan. That's how it was set up.
Coco Beware, mid Carter, fam. Rick the Model Martel, Tito Santana, mid Carter.
Yeah.
Macho Man was never a mid Carter, fam.
Yeah. But like these indie mid Carters of today, they mid Carters everywhere. And I know y'all hate to admit it, but no matter if you call them Rusev and Cesaro, or you call them Miro and Constantinople, whatever you call them, where they at? Where they at? It's just, hey, look, that's just the way this is. That's just how wrestling goes. Everybody can't be a superstar. It's kind of like a lot like the NBA. Yeah, it's a lot more money in the league. But only 3 dudes have really been on top of the league.
I even go better. Hey, you could go be an all-star on the Minnesota Timberwolves if you want to. You ain't winning shit.
Yeah.
But we'll see you in February at the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because you're not going to survive Golden State or Denver. Like, hey, it just is what it is.
Yeah, we'll see you in February at the dunking contest. Yeah. All right, man, before we get out of here, man, it does seem like things are changing. Things are evolving in the WWE and AEW.
Yeah.
See Edge debuting. You see Ricky Starks and Big Bill as the tag team champions. There was rumors that FTR, who they said signed a new deal, but it was a lot of people on the internet that was trying to say that this was their way of getting the belts off of FTR. FTR is a big supporter of CM Punk. They was like the only niggas that like CM Punk in the locker room. Yeah. But Edge is like their friend too. So it's like, oh, we lost one friend. But it's like, oh shit, the other nigga coming. Oh, we straight. Yeah. Going into 2024, and I know we'll start to have these conversations soon enough. Sure. We ain't got to have it in October. But going into the last quarter of the year, that Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins match looks like it's going to be a crown jewel. So that's going to be interesting right there. Saudi Arabia is 7 or 8.
Yeah.
What would you like to see for both of these organizations to end the year?
Man, good wrestling. And I know that sounds like duh, but I mean, hey, a lot of people mail in this fourth quarter. We've seen some really dismal, abysmal years of wrestling in the fourth quarter. What I want to have here, Bang, because I don't know what the January pay-per-view is going to be for AEW. I'm not sure which one that's going to be. But what I
shit on free TV.
Yeah. But what I definitely want for both organizations, I want them to get us excited about day one of 2024. Like, I want swerves, stories, solidifying heel turns. I want something that means like, okay, they gotta do something different by King Day. You know what I mean? Like the Royal Rumble has to look like this now, or we are anticipating this turn, this connection, this title reign. I want the end of 2023 to set up what I'm hoping is a great calendar year of us being outside part 2. Because 2023 was the first year, okay, we really outside. Like 2020, obviously we in. 2021, we kind of in, but let's go out. 22, yeah, we out, but not too many days in a row. 2023 was like, yo, no, we really out here that we doing it. So now 2024, we need the magic of like, yo, I got to see or hear something that has me anticipating what the entire year is going to be about. And I think both companies have the roster and the time to do it.
And they sending my man JD McDonough out had to get his ass whooped by Drew McIntyre. Boy, I pray for that man. What I would like to see, man, I would like to see some new names start to emerge. It's the end of the year now, so like you said, there's some cats that's out here that's mailing it in. So it's time for you to take advantage. And I'm really looking at NXT. NXT has been putting on the best product, and tomorrow is their WrestleMania, Jack. So basically, Edge debut against Luchasaurus is tomorrow because AEW is not going to be on Wednesday. So guess what NXT done did, fam?
Oh.
They didn't put everybody on this motherfucker.
Oh,
you got John Cena gonna be in Carmelo Hayes' corner.
Oh yes, I did see the ads for that. Yo, yeah, I was wondering why I was like, yo, they bugging. Like, why is everybody going to NXT on a random Tuesday? They didn't want to do this at the last Saturday.
Boy, hey, NXT is looking like this Tuesday in Texas. Go look up their pay-per-view, fam. Yeah. They are looking like Tuesday in Texas right now. John Cena in Carmelo Hayes' corner, Paul Heyman in Braun Breaker corner, a special announcement by Cody Rhodes. Goddamn, The Undertaker gonna be there.
Yeah.
Shit.
Charlotte
like,
is showing up. No, Charlotte or Oscar. No, Oscar got a match.
Yeah, Oscar got a match against Roxanne Perez. God damn. Like they really looking at AEW like, hey, this ain't Triple H versus y'all niggas now. This Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is really like, nah. We run this chant, fam. So everybody is going to be at that motherfucker. So I hope that the ratings look good. Because man, oh man, if you bring out all them niggas and AEW win in the ratings.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild. But you know what? I don't think it's happening. Hey, look, I told you Shawn Michaels on that list. You can't go against his Shield. Nah, he's not doing it. He's not going. You can't go against his Shield. Hey, look, Vinnie Mac. He has one guy is not ashamed about being forever indebted to old Vincent Kennedy McMahon Jr.
That's Shawn Michaels.
That's Shawn Michaels. So.
That's Shawn Michaels. But yeah, I hope tomorrow we really get to see these people shine. Braun Breaker, I still don't see him as a main eventer.
Okay.
I see him as a multiple-time United States champion.
Okay. But
nigga, these couple of matches that this dude had, he been out here trying to kill Marks. So him and Carmelo have great matches with each other. Sure. So to have John Cena in one corner and Paul Heyman, which probably means in that match we're gonna see the Bloodline pop up.
Yeah.
That also means that, right, which probably means we're going to see LA Knight pop up.
Right.
No, LA Knight ain't been there since he became a manager for some male models.
Yeah.
So you're going to see an LA Knight pop up. You know what I'm saying? Oscar versus Roxanne Perez. I want to see her get her shine. And yeah, man, Dragunov as the champ now. I'm loving that. So I want to see Baron Corbin win the NXT championship.
Yeah. He's putting in work. I haven't seen him every single week. But the last 2 or 3 episodes I've checked out, Corbin going to work, man. Hey, you know what? He's got it. He's got it honest. He's gonna draw heat wherever he goes. He's just that guy.
Yeah, so
he's good.
That's what I hope. That's what I hope to happen, man. So, hey, look, man, thank y'all for joining us, man, for this abridged version of the show, man. We'll be back at our regular schedule next week. But definitely thank y'all for tuning us in while y'all been tuning in SmackDown and stuff. We might do these Monday night shows a little bit more often because, hey, the WWE is bringing SmackDown over to the USA Network. And in that deal with NBC Universal, they're going to have 4 primetime network specials that's going on. So we might hit y'all with FBC's version of Saturday night's main event. It just won't be on no Saturday because we'll be drunk or high.
Hey, yeah. Flip a coin, man. You never know what you'll get. Hey, we appreciate y'all being a part of the First Black Champ community. And we can always do this by ourselves, but you make it that much better. So thank you. We appreciate you. And hey, man, if you ever want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ podcast. Pick VP DOC. We are out. Fuck Johnny Wrestling.
Yay! He came back and shit.
Yeah, so
he came back. Fuck it. Gotta bring it back, fam. DUI and all that shit. Well, DIY, whatever. Fuck it.